It started with rain. A 12-year-old kid and his dad were playing golf at Camp John Hay in Baguio when the sky opened up. They ran for cover and ended up inside the Mile High Bowling Center. The kid had never seen 10-pin bowling before. He watched the pins crash down, and something clicked. He asked his dad to sign him up. 3 years later, he won his first major tournament. 7 years later, he was the youngest bowling champion in history, and he won that championship using a plastic ball. Not a reactive resin ball, not a urethane ball, a plastic ball. And then he just kept winning for 50 years. He's won 136 career titles, 6 world championships, 4 Guinness World Records, all of them still unbroken. He's the only bowler to win titles in 6 consecutive decades: the 1970s, the 1980s, the 1990s, the 2000s, the 2010s, the 2020s. Both the Philippine Senate and the House of Representatives declared him the greatest Filipino athlete of all time. His name is Rafael Nepomuceno, but everyone just calls him Paeng, which is good because it's hard to pronounce his last name. And almost nobody outside the Philippines has ever heard of him. So let me get back to that rainstorm, because this story keeps getting more interesting the deeper you go. Paeng was 12. His dad, Angel, was playing in the Phil-Am golf tournament at Camp John Hay. Paeng was already a competitive junior golfer. He'd been playing since he was 10. But that afternoon, the rain pushed him into a bowling center and golf lost him forever. He went back to Manila and asked his father to enroll him in a junior league at Coronado Lanes. His first score was 63 out of a possible 300. He once said, "About that moment, the first lesson I learned was nobody is born a champion." And here's where it starts to get a bit more serious. At 15, he entered the Philippine Junior Masters Championship. He won it. At 17, he won the Philippine International Masters, youngest winner in the history of the tournament. And at 19, in 1976, he qualified for the Bowling World Cup held in Iran. Now, this was his first attempt at the World Cup, 19 years old. Nobody outside the Philippines knew who he was, and he was bowling still with a plastic ball. He won the whole thing. Youngest world champion in the history of the sport. That Guinness record still stands today, almost 50 years later. And here's something that makes this even crazier. In that same year, 1976, he also won the Philippine Open and the Asian Championships, 3 major titles in 6 months, a Grand Slam, and he was only 19, with a plastic ball. Now, most athletes have a window, a few years where everything comes together. Then the body slows down, or the competition catches up, or the era just ends for them. But Paeng didn't get a window. He got an era that lasted half a century. He won the World Cup again in 1980 in Jakarta, again in 1992 in Le Mans, France, again in 1996 in Belfast, Northern Ireland. 4 World Cup titles, 3 different decades. No one else has done that. In 1984, he won the World's Invitational in Las Vegas. In 1999, the World 10-Pin Masters in London. 6 World Championships across 23 years against fields that included the best bowlers from every country on the planet. And the 1999 win in London, well, that was supposed to be one of his last tournaments. His wrist was destroyed. The cartilage was completely gone. Bone grinding against bone. And he couldn't write without pain. He couldn't even drive without pain. And he still beat 6 former world champions to win the title. Then he had major wrist surgery and didn't touch a bowling ball for 2 years. Most people assume that was it, but he came back. Let me give you the numbers, because the numbers are where Paeng's story becomes almost hard to believe. 136 career titles worldwide. That's a Guinness World Record. He first set the record in 2007 with 118 titles. Then he broke his own record in 2013 with 124. Then again in 2019 with 133. And he's still adding. His most recent title was his 136 at the 2025 PTBA Crown Pipes Open. He was 68 years old. 4 Guinness World Records total, youngest world champion, most World Cup titles, most world titles across 3 different decades, most career titles in history, all 4 of those still unbroken. He's the only bowler to win titles in 6 consecutive decades. Now, think about this. He won his first major title when Gerald Ford was president of the United States. And he also won a title just last year. And here's a detail that's at 65 years old, he rolled his 37th sanctioned perfect 300 game. Every single pin knocked down in every frame of a full game at 65 years old. That same year, 2022, at the Asian Senior Championships in Malaysia, he won the gold medal in the men's 65 and over division. He averaged 210 across 6 games, and he beat bowlers from Japan, Korea, Hong Kong, and Australia. And when he stepped on the podium, he said something that was pretty interesting. He said, "I'm happy to have given glory to the Philippines." And he said, "I was so happy to hear our national anthem again after all these years." Now, here's where the story goes from incredible to something else entirely. In 1999, the International Olympic Committee awarded Paeng the IOC President's Trophy. This is the highest sports award the IOC gives. It was presented personally by IOC President Juan Antonio Samaranch in Abu Dhabi. Paeng is the first and only bowler in history to receive it. So think about that for a second. Bowling is not an Olympic sport, and the IOC still gave him their highest award. The same year, the FIQ, which is the world governing body of bowling at the time, named him the International Bowling Athlete of the Millennium on behalf of 100 million bowlers worldwide. So think about that. Out of every bowler who has ever lived, it chose a kid from Quezon City in the Philippines. Both houses of Philippine Congress declared him the greatest Filipino athlete of all time, not greatest bowler, greatest athlete in a country that produced Manny Pacquiao and other pretty great athletes. 5 Philippine presidents have conferred medals and orders on him, and he's the first Filipino athlete to receive both the Presidential Medal of Merit and the Philippine Legion of Honor. The Philippine Sports Writer Association named him Athlete of the Year 5 times, Athlete of the Century, Athlete of the Millennium, and he was the first male bowler inducted into the World Bowling Hall of Fame back in 1993. Interestingly, there's also a 7-foot image of him displayed at the entrance of the International Bowling Museum in Arlington, Texas. And when you first walk in, the first face you see is Filipino. Now, this is something I didn't expect when I first started researching this, because Paeng didn't come out of nowhere. This family has been shaping Philippine culture for over a century. His grandfather was Don Jose Nepomuceno, and if you know Philippine cinema history, that name should be recognizable. Don Jose produced Dalagang Bukid in 1919. This was the first film ever produced and directed by a Filipino. He's acknowledged as the father of Philippine movies, and he founded the country's first Philippine production company back in 1917. Paeng's grandfather created an entire industry. His mother, Teresita Villarreal, was a former Miss Philippines. His father, Angel, was a bowling coach and a founder of Celebrity Sports Plaza. Angel coached Paeng from the very beginning, from that first 63-pin game at Coronado Lanes through every World Cup title. The Philippine Sports Writers Association named Angel Coach of the Year in 1992. So you have a grandfather who created Philippine cinema, a mother who was Miss Philippines, a father who built the coaching foundation that produced the greatest bowler who ever lived, and a son who became the most decorated athlete in Philippine history. That's not just a family, that's a dynasty of national legacy. So here's what I think makes this story different from every other sports legend that you probably heard about. Most athletes retire. They become commentators or coaches or maybe business people. Their playing days become memory. But Paeng is 69 years old and he's still competing. He's also the only Asian to earn the USBC Gold Coach Certification from the United States Bowling Congress. That's the highest coaching certification in the sport, one of only 25 active coaches in the world to hold it. He teaches bowling as a professor at the University of the Philippines. Freshmen walk into a bowling class and their instructor holds 4 Guinness World Records. 69 years old, still bowling, still coaching, still teaching, still winning. And here's what I think about with this story. Manny Pacquiao is a household name worldwide. Efren Reyes is known in every pool hall on the planet. But Paeng Nepomuceno, 136 career titles, 6 world championships, 4 Guinness records, on and on and on, is almost unknown outside of this country. And I think that tells you something, not about Paeng, but about which Filipino achievements the world chooses to notice and which one it ignores. Boxing, of course, gets global coverage. Bowling, not so much. But the dominance is the same. The longevity is actually far greater. And the fact that a kid who scored 63 his first time at a bowling alley during some rainstorm went on to become the most decorated bowler in the history of the sport, it's not just a sports story. It's really a story about what happens when Filipino talent meets Filipino determination. And 50 years later, the rain still hasn't stopped this guy. If you think that anybody would enjoy watching this video, please share it with them. And as always, guys, thank you for taking the time to watch. Take care.